This is Greater MSP Business with Cindy Brucato.
Today's consumers who have multiple shopping options want to engage with the products they buy, so creating the right product display at a retail store has never been more critical. And that's the product delivered by Chandler Manufacturing, headquartered here in Afton. Chandler designs and manufactures product displays that help the retailer connect with the customer. Chandler supports clients like Sony, Home Depot, and Gander Mountain with full-service solutions from design to 3D modeling, engineering, manufacturing, program management, and logistics. The result is a retail display customized to the product and to a shopper's expectations. It's executed with a dedication to art and design that comes from the top. Chandler CEO, John Chandler. What do you mean by a branded retail environment?
Well, branded retail environment to us is these brands have to understand what their brands are, and then how does that translate into a store shopping environment. So a specialty store like an Under Armour will have its own unique type of a brand, look and feel, and a big box such as a Best Buy will have, a different branded experience. And, they both need to work well in their own ways to sell product. And we work with these brands to help understand, what is the real essence of their brand, and then how does that, again, translate into a shopping store experience.
In all of these brands, the clients have to engage with the customer. How do you help them do that?
It's very important that the store flows right. You do have to understand, what the product mix is, how the shopper's going to walk through the store. And again, it'll be different depending on the segment. Somebody shopping in a grocery store like a Whole Foods, there's a different type of store placement, product placement that we work with, as opposed to a brand like Under Armour, where they're going to look at apparel and shoes and how do you elevate that product to make sure it's shown in the right way and it's easy for consumer to understand that product.
All of those clients have e-commerce presences as well as bricks and mortar. Do you help them coordinate the digital with the bricks and mortar retail?
Our role is definitely to execute at the store level, but being aware of how the brand is positioning them online and what their e-commerce is, what the process is. We definitely have to be aware of that cohesive message from how they're shopping online, so when they enter the store. So our designers are definitely involved with, being aware of the online and making sure there's a cohesive brand message when they get to the store level.
Do the clients understand this to begin with? Are they starting to learn?
The clients are deep immersed in figuring out that strategy of how does our online and how does our physical spaces work together. And even mobile is a big part of that. There's a lot of people shopping with their phones. So this omni-channel shopping experience is we deal with the execution at the store level, but being aware of the bigger picture is very important for us and for our designers to understand what the brand's story is going to be.
How do you apply that when you look for Chandler employees?
Well, we do talk a lot about having a design essence within the company. So even though we have a manufacturing that's very manufacturing driven, we like to add the design influence to make sure we're pushing the limits of what we can make. So if we're hiring people from a design perspective, I like the fact that they can be practical into making things. And if we have people on the floor that are skilled at, obviously assembling and creating things, I like them to want to push it too from a design perspective. So, having design permeate the whole company is a big part of who we are.
And who you are is growing. What's behind the growth of Chandler?
Well, a big part is the economy's been busy, but another important piece has been from an owner's level. We're very committed to growth, and we're starting to build more of an infrastructure to handle more business. So if we invest in more equipment and more people, we don't have to turn down some of the business. We've been able to leverage that infrastructure, and it is starting to push more work through this place. And we've also have leveraged some more sales and marketing. And we're working with some big brands, Under Armour, Whole Foods, Sony, Home Depots. So, that whole, that's important. Retailers see other retailers we've been working with, and that drives them to go, wow, these guys must know what they're doing. So it's been some pretty serious growth the last 2 years, and it's going to continue based on the forecast we have.
Thanks, John. John Chandler from Chandler Incorporated here in Afton. For Greater MSP Business, I'm Cindy Bricado.